hello there, YouTubes and Twitches. How the devil are we all? I'm very well. Thank you for asking. It's the happy hour. I'm Kev. This is Kristi. The fuck is up?
Oi, oi. I'm stealing that from Kev now.
Oi,
yeah.
Oi. Yeah.
I didn't mention it before when we were in the green room, but I'm watching Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for the first time, and I am loving it. Oh my god, it is so good. It is so amazingly good. So I'm in a good mood. I'm halfway through. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the end of the show so I can get back to it, if I'm honest. It's better than our show. So.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad.
Well, I mean, it's my fault too. I'm not as entitled. We're not as exciting as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but you know.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Kristi, the fact that you've indulged in this nerdiness bullshit is. I kind of feel like we need to end the show now anyway, because I don't want to be associated with this.
Meanwhile, you've got a Play School image up on your screen.
Oh, of the current President of the United States, yes.
Yeah.
So it's a meme. It's a meme. We'll get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you got on the docket tonight, Kev?
Things.
This is what he's like all the time, by the way. He does this off air. He doesn't just like have a Kev persona where he's not a smartass and sarcastic and like a contrarian. No.
No, exactly. This isn't a character I'm doing for like. This isn't like I sit back afterwards and go, "Well, I'm glad I'm not like that in real life." No, I am a prick.
She's exactly like this.
I am an absolute arse. I mean, I might be slightly swearier online than I am offline, but that's basically it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really get around with just calling everyone a dickhead in the street because you'll end up dead. So, you know, my aversion to getting a knife in the neck is the only thing stopping me.
That's the only thing keeping you in check, huh?
Basically, yes, but it's social pressure. It's a thing. Anyway, so yeah, we've got stuff and things. Yeah, how have you been?
Some bookmarks.
What have you been up to?
Well, I just said I was watching Into the Spider-Verse.
Well, that's not really a thing that you've done.
No, that's okay. You really want? Okay, so I spent from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 6:30 in the evening at a symposium on data stories.
Yeah, that is as boring as it sounds, everyone. I have to listen to this off air.
It was actually quite fascinating. If you're a nerd.
Yeah, if you're a nerd. I was going to do a thing, right, where I was going to say, "Oh, well, explain. That's really interesting," and then gradually turn you down on the slide bar, on the audio, just until you were absolutely silent, and then bring you back up as if nothing had happened. Because I know you wouldn't realise because you don't watch it live. Obviously, you're listening to this conversation. So.
Yeah.
I thought that would be funny, but also I couldn't be bothered.
We're also getting requests for the Alex Jones stuff in the chat. This is why I said we should move this stuff to the front of the show. Just
all right, fucking hell. Well, I tell you what, everyone. If you want to do an Alex Jones show, do your own fucking show. What's this about? I'm not your fucking dancing puppy. Behave yourself.
Look at you are.
Anyway, I am a little bit, to be fair. Anyway. Right, so, should we check on our favourite website in the world first?
Oh, yeah, let's just check in, see whether or not it's up. Still down.
Still down. That's a shame, because it looks so good.
I'm sure it's going to be up tomorrow. I mean, they say shortly.
It does, so it does say shortly, yeah, and I'm glad they're maintaining it so thoroughly. And always. But also, you might be able to see on the screen there, my stalker's back. Yeah, the owner-operator of that incredibly functional website has followed me now as well. Back on his millionth. This is Sargon of Akkad, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know.
Pretty sure, yeah. It's got to be double digits.
Yeah,
it has to be double digits.
Yeah, there's double digits on his burner accounts now. And there's some funny bits and bobs. That's V, his man love, who's doing like a joke about it. And then there's a meme of two men kissing. Okay. I mean, look, guys, what could save 2020 is this bromance blossoming into a full romance.
It would be an unexpected twist that I think would take everybody by surprise and give everyone a sense of like the Christmas spirit.
It would. And then just Tucker Carlson, he loves Tucker Carlson.
You can tell that it's his.
And then this burner. Very, very weird image.
Why is
He retweeted this onto his top.
Why, Carl? Sargon. Why this is Sargon.
Yeah,
He worships the phallus. He
yeah,
worships the penis.
he does. He
Really,
does,
really
and
does.
that's in response to Carl Rittenhouse, who he loves. But also,
Oh God.
then if you scroll down, he's having a go at people. This is a group of transgender people who were verbally attacked, and they responded. And he said the left celebrating political violence in the replies. Oh, that's so he's against political violence, but yet has a boner gif for
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse, the
Yeah.
double murderer.
So very much tracks with the dirtbag that Carl is. This content.
Indubitably.
Mm.
So, Alex Jones, crazy conspiracy
Yes.
theorist piece of garbage that he is. I thought it was worth checking in with him. I obviously,
Okay.
since the election, I and Kristi as well, very much, have been enjoying the copioid epidemic.
Oh, there have
Ripping.
been outbreaks of overdosing on copium
Oh,
across the
absolutely.
right-wing spectrum.
Yeah, American conservatism especially, but right wingers around the world have been absolutely dosed up on the stuff for basically the last month, nearly.
Mm.
Um, and it's been so much fun. But you forget, some people slip through the cracks, because InfoWars used to be on YouTube, and that's where it would get its big sort of viewers numbers from, and now it's not. And you kind of forget about them. Look, he'll pop up
Yeah.
from time to time at a thing, and you're like, oh yeah, Alex Jones, you remember him? So I thought I'd check in with him, and, how would, Kristi, what do you think his response to the Trump presidency coming to an end, lol, will be?
It's not happening. The reality is that Trump got 90 billion T votes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a globalist conspiracy, maybe with the aliens.
Yeah. You're not far off. But usually you would expect very significant amounts of anger. Would you
Oh,
not?
yeah, ranting.
Like,
Really? Yeah,
But
growling.
But the thing is, what disturbed me more, because I was expecting that, but what disturbed me more was there were points at this where he's so maudlin, I expected him to start fucking harming himself. Like start
Really?
cutting or something. Like, he's genuinely is so
Is he doing
depressed
like
about this.
a Glenn Beck? Kind of like sobbing on air?
Not quite. Not quite, although he has done that many, many times. That's part of his act. And it's all an act. Don't for a second take this seriously. But he's declared that America, the Republic, is dead.
Because an election went the way he didn't like.
If Joe Biden's able to wiggle his way into the White House and scam his way into the White House and get the nuclear codes and all the rest of it, then I will officially make the statement and put an article out declaring the United States dead and creating a tombstone. Hell, I might even have it carved in stone, and like I will, and placed here in the TV, radio, newsroom. United States of America, born July 4th, 1776. United States of America died January 20th, 2021.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
I want to point out, before we get anything, I know people say don't shame appearance, but considering this man is so strange and so obviously ridiculous with his like masculinity and all the rest of it, his beard has stayed the same basic size, and his face has outgrown it.
Yeah, it's just sort of like, bigged up at the end. I don't know how to say it, but
his neck has become a kind of muffin top, but underneath.
Oh, it's like what frogs do when they kind of blow their faces out.
Oh, it's turning the frogs gay. It all makes sense now. Oh God. He warned us. He warned us they're putting chemicals in the water that are turning the conspiracy theorists into frogs who are gay. Mad.
Also, I think it was like 1789. So when we declared independence from from England, we weren't like the United States of America then, because we were a confederation of states before we were the United States. So I think he's got his dates wrong.
Really? Are you saying to me that the man that said that the CIA put Mao in charge and then put Hitler in charge might not necessarily be historically accurate?
Correct. Yes, it was in 1789 that the 13 states replaced the Articles of Confederation of 1777 with the Constitution of the United States of America. So it wasn't 1776, it's 1789.
Also, it's the United States of America.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Because if we don't admit how grave the situation is, we don't have a shot.
Look, seriously, his neck... Hang on, I'll go back in just a second. Look, his beard has stayed the same size, and just his neck has just ballooned
expanded
around
underneath it.
Yeah. And he's got
it's like when you draw...
His ears have stayed the same size, but the rest of his head has increased. His ears look tiny. Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you put like a black magic marker on a sort of partially blown up balloon, but you put it near the top, so the middle part expands way more than the the stuff at the top. Yeah, the area at the top. Yeah. Kind of like that. Yeah, just blowing up. Yeah. Oh, I hear the bobbies on your street.
Oh wow, you can hear that.
Oh, okay. I just on the high pitch. I heard a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it might have been an ambulance actually, but see ya.
Oh, okay.
The emergency services. I didn't see because I've got my blinds down, so I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
At stopping this.
Also, I don't care. It's just a fucking thing going to a place. I don't stand there going, "Ooh, cars."
He's even got the wrong date in the title of the video. It should be 1789.
Yeah.
See, he doesn't even know when the United States of America was started.
Doesn't matter, Kristi. The United States of America is an idea. It started in the mind.
It's not. Yes, it's not an historical event that we can track and get accurate. No. It always was.
The United States. The United States is just. It's just like it's liberty encapsulated in physical form.
In like cologne form. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bald eagle fucking an apple pie. Okay, just behave yourself.
Yeah, with a flag waving behind it. That's a change of emotional tone.
I put a headline up today that I've thought about doing for a long time but haven't done yet for the live show. And it says it all. It says, "This might be my last broadcast, Alex Jones."
Don't tempt us with a good time.
Exactly.
The fuck is wrong with you, Alex?
Come on. You're going to make my day. You're going to make my week. With that kind of talk.
Also, Alex, you're getting fatter. Buy suits the correct size, for the love of God.
And I have had many points in my life where I've almost said that.
Look at those. The elbows are literally about to ping off. That's ridiculous. Sorry.
It's on air because the situation was so serious, but it never rose to the occasion. I'm not saying it's my last broadcast, but now I have to treat every minute on air as if it could be my last.
He's been saying this for 20 years.
Why, and really just tell you the truth. It's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
About how serious the situation is and what we're facing. This is a predatory, diabolical, super aggressive, scientific dictatorship taking over. Whose end game
they always make the Biden administration incoming sound way cooler than it actually is. Always.
Yeah,
they're a communist, super scientific dictatorship. What are you talking about, Alex? What the fuck are you on about?
Everything is always the scariest thing ever. Yeah. Always.
Also, my freeze throw game is off to an absolute flyer. Look at that.
Oh yeah, looks like he's farting.
Or kissing an invisible lover.
Wait, you've been looking at his neck like waddle, haven't you, Kevin? You're like starting to see that.
I'm horny on Maine right now. The neck, the old fat white man neck is my jam.
It's total human extermination, in their own words. And the public has lived so free.
And also, these two him and Piers Morgan have had their issues in the past. Fuck the pain away, lads. Do you know what I mean? Let's do this. 3-way. Imagine a neck on either side of me. Ah!
Well, that could be like kissing, and you could be rubbing their necks.
I could motorboat both of their wobbly necks at the same time. Oh, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven.
While they tongued.
So you have to make it gay. There's no need. This is just perfectly normal 3 heterosexual men engaging in bum love. What's wrong with you?
A little bit of motorboating on the waddle.
Yeah. Exactly, which motorboating on the Waddle, my favourite town in Yorkshire. Yeah.
So happy for so long, we are completely ill-prepared to deal with what is now hitting us. The bottom has fallen out. We are now inside the New World Order.
Yeah, when me and Piers Morgan have done with you as well. Absolutely.
Oh, great. And now he's talking about he's talking about extermination. He's just, again, this is a stochastic terrorist, rhetoric. No one's getting exterminated, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, this is the same guy who was going about FEMA camps 10 years ago. The fuck are they, Alex?
Where are they?
Well,
Where are they,
being
man?
rounded up by the fucking FEMA Nazis. No?
He's like the anti-government version of the apocalyptic Christian preachers who for 40 years have been saying the end of the world is going to be next month.
It is.
Or next year.
But just look how low energy he is. He's like, Alex, if you need someone to talk to, man, like the Samaritans are there, just chill, bro.
Maybe take a holiday.
Yeah.
Just process your feelings.
Yeah. Just
get in touch with them. Go.
Stop being weird. Stop being very, very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Now accelerating, they're coming to kill you. Welcome, my friends. It's Tuesday, November 24th.
And he is
2020. We are 57 days out from the inauguration.
Honestly, can you pause this? Sorry. This should be considered like incitement to crime. If you were in a street somewhere and there were people coming up like behind you, and the person was standing like saying, these people are going to kill us. What are you going to do? You're going to like attack them first, right? He's seriously dangerous. I know free speech, but I don't think like making assertions that you're about to be murdered by people, like by vague groups of people, should be considered protective speech because it's agitating speech. You're calling for violence. Yeah. Which is why it's not on YouTube anymore, or Twitter, or Instagram, or Facebook, or wherever. Yeah. Got mass canceled all at once.
Indeed.
And possibly the end of the republic. That doesn't mean that the republic can't rise again. Unlike people, countries and ideas and systems can rise from the ashes. But if Joe Biden's able to wiggle his way into the White House,
he won.
And scam his way into the White House and get the nuclear codes.
Scam his way into the White House. The copium is just off the charts.
By winning the most votes. He's scamming his way by being the winner.
Yeah, if he scams his way in by winning the popular vote by 8 million and topping 80 million for the first time of any presidential candidate ever and winning the Electoral College comfortably, if he does all of that and scams his way in...
Yep, and scams his way in.
It's just ridiculous. What a joke. Yeah. But this is the thing, right? Ultimately, the point is, Alex Jones, the worst... I know I said this at the time and it remains true. For Alex Jones and his conspiracy theory ilk, Trump getting elected was the worst thing ever. Because the whole grift is, they're out to get us. They won't let us do X, Y, and Z. Once their man gets into power, and the same shit still continues to happen, they have to then defend that. And he's had to defend all manner of appalling madness. Because that's, from his perspective, madness. Just, the military-industrial complex actually having increased under Trump. Things like that. He's had to pretend that isn't authoritarian. Whereas now, he can start being like old Alex Jones again. Like, they're coming for us. They're going to kill you. Everyone's going to kill you.
Yeah. Like basically dehumanize anyone on the left and call for violence. And by encouraging people with the idea that you're being threatened and that he knows everything. He's like he is a cult leader. Yeah. He's a cult leader. Yeah.
Well, if you listen to the way they talk about Trump. Trump is the ultimate kind of... Trump is the owner of the cult business, and these are like cult franchises that they're doing. The way they talk about him, like, it's not normal to talk about a president that way.
No, like the guy who called into Rush Limbaugh was in tears because he said he'd die for his president. Yeah,
that's really weird. To want to die or to be prepared to die for one's country or one's people or whatever is fine. That's a perfectly normal thing in many respects. Albeit a bit extreme, but, whatever. Whereas to die for a man, an individual man, who clearly doesn't give two fucks about you.
I know, it makes me... It's the first thing heard from an American that sounds like someone who like wants wants a king, thinks that they're anointed by God, and that like that is the natural order of life, and sort of like defers to their sovereign.
Yeah. Oh, but a lot of these people, they've gone full monarchist with it. Trump lost via the the actual election perfectly normally and all the rest of it. So let's just have a king. So I think I genuinely see Trump doing a kind of weird pseudo thing where he like has a kind of absolutely unpowerful in the governmental sense, but culturally powerful from the perspective of him having like a cult following, a kind of dual or a kind of parallel version of reality government, where he gives like actual State of the Union addresses on whatever media outlet he creates or whatever, and like still pretends to be a president of America or something.
Yep.
That
almost like a government in exile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then if he's still like possibly around in 4 years, because he's old, and he'll be fucking 80 or something. Then he might run again. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that part of the challenge on the right, especially in America, where you get the evangelical white Christian churches, is you don't get a whole lot of Trump supporters in black churches, like whatever their denominations are. Yeah. White evangelicals, though, love him.
Oh, absolutely.
But these are also groups that are taught that hierarchies are natural and that kingship is the divine order. And so the idea of how a democracy works, when you're choosing between what your faith tells you and what some secular document, what's going to be more important to you? You're going to be more likely to be open, I think, to authoritarianism because your religion already has primed you for that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, thank you to Navigator, Laskagar, and Political Poppy for subscribing on the Twitches, which you can do via the link below if you want to. But
welcome.
Whatever.
No pressure.
Yeah, whatever.
See how it goes.
And all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Then
Patreon and PayPal link below if you want to give me money as well.
Officially make the statement and put an article out declaring the United States dead and creating a tombstone.
Didn't we watch this already?
Is it repeating? I think it might be.
Yeah.
He gets to just announce that. Well, the news don't get to announce the presidency, but he gets to announce the death of the republic. Official.
Yeah, and our election didn't go the way I want. Wow. Yeah, I'm a Democrat who grew up like during the Reagan years. I know what it's like. You'll live through it. Yeah. It'll be fine. But that doesn't make him money, right? Saying being reasonable, let's give Biden a chance. Maybe there are some things that he can find in common with the GOP. That's what his viewers don't come here to watch. No. They want to hear how they're being betrayed by the system, how Trump was undermined by the deep state.
Kristi, you say he's going to live through it. No, obviously not, because the ghost of Hugo Chavez is going to come and round up the supporters and kill them.
Well, it's got, a time on its hands now that it doesn't have to worry about any Krakens coming after it.
Oh, I covered that yesterday. It's hilarious. Did you know they're filing that in the Northern District of Georgia?
I heard there were several typos in that document.
Yeah, and they've she misspelled one of her people, one of her witnesses, 2 different ways.
Great. Wow. I feel bad sometimes when I don't send it a perfect, like I get tired at the end and I submit an article for peer review and I read it back. I'm like, oh no, I should have said that. Or I don't have those kinds of misspellings. Yeah. I don't.
Someone in the chat says Alex Jones is a thumb with a beard. Not quite. I see him more as a crusty big toe with a beard.
Kevin would know.
I would. I've studied toes. Oh, and I don't want to go into it.
So let me do this. Let me just get into it right now. So I'll normally come on and tell you what's coming up, then end up spending an hour just getting into the basic news and never hitting the heart of the matter.
Yeah, you talk.
Let me just now
square
up and just tell you the awful truth. It's bad.
Yeah. Get to it.
They let black people vote.
Yes, and we couldn't stop them. We tried, and we couldn't stop them. Yeah. Yep.
And by admitting it's bad, we have a shot at stopping it.
There you go.
And turning it around. But that tombstone is very real.
No, it's in your mind. It's in your
Yeah,
imagination.
United States of America, born July 4th, 1776.
No.
United States of America died
No.
No.
January 20th, 2021.
Alex, you don't need to do this, Alex. You've got so much to live for. Actually, that's not true, but you know the idea. I'm trying to talk him off the ledge.
Because if we don't admit how grave the situation is, we don't have a shot at stopping this. Now,
is this just on a loop?
Is it? No,
I've make it more congruent where it makes sense.
I'm sure we've watched this twice now. Am I just caught in a time loop?
Which they will build the post-human future.
Oh no, hang on, no. This is definitely different. Sorry. I think they played the bit, and then there was an intro where he shouts band video, and then the full bit. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, I thought that was the bit, not the preview of the bit.
No, that's the preview of the bit, because their editors are what we like to call in the business shit.
Shit. Yeah. I thought I was caught in a time loop. I thought we were watching this Alex Jones video.
We are, because this basically he could have been saying this about the police state back in 2002.
Oh yeah, anything about Obama. Just replace Biden with Obama. Be the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The new future.
Dramatic pause.
Shot that out in a voice memo real quick to the fellow filling it out right there. Exactly what I said, talking 100 miles an hour, so we'll fix that headline. My fault.
It does. Have you ever been walking a dog and they're pulling a bit hard on the thing and it sort of hurts their throat and they growl really weirdly?
Yeah, because they're like going.
Yeah, he sounds like that. Like
again, I was thinking Cookie Monster.
If you wear like shirts that don't strangle you, Alex, you probably sound normal.
Can we get a clip up of the Cookie Monster? Just like do a YouTube search for any Cookie Monster related clips and see if he sounds like the Cookie Monster. I think he does. Sure. Why not?
Hello. Today, me here in local bakery here to talk about a word.
He does sound like
make it more congruent where it makes sense.
What
do you think?
Yeah, when something is important, it means...
Basically, yeah, that works. Yeah.
Just we should get a pub. Is there like some sort of app where you can put the Cookie Monster on someone's face? There's probably like all kinds of trademark stuff with whoever owns the Sesame Street, but just imagine him as Cookie Monster. Depressed, old, retired, jaded Cookie Monster, 60 years on.
I blew all of my money on heroin.
Oh, Malcolm in the chat wants to know, can we confirm if Ian Miles Chong's Twitter account has been suspended? I can't because he's blocked me. So that's going to have to be a Kevin call. Kevin, you're just our internet monkey, coder.
Miles. No, it looks like it's there. No, that's still there. Yeah. So I don't know who you heard that from, but it appears to be still there. Shouldn't be.
We debunked that live on the show.
Absolutely shouldn't be, because he's doxed lots of people and put innocent people in harm's way because he's garbage.
Yeah. And routinely posts shit, misinformation. So why would anyone hold him accountable for making Twitter a cesspool? Yeah. Anyway. Okay, back to Alex / Cookie Monster.
On the ashes of which they will build the post-human future.
They're going to get rid of humans. Because Joe Biden, noted robot, right? Noted robot, Joe Biden, is somehow going to get rid of the humans.
I mean...
Does he think this is like... This is... what's the Will Smith movie? With the robots take over, AI or whatever the fuck it was called. This is nonsense. What are you talking about?
No. Yeah, I think I know when you're talking about.
Robot.
21 Days. Yes, that was it. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, not AI, but yes, you were iRobot. That was it.
Yeah. iRobot was with Haley Joel Olsen before Haley Joel Olsen disappeared.
Correct. Yes.
He-
He probably,
he
yeah,
was-
that movie didn't help him.
No, certainly not. But he's got the strangest career arc so far. He's young enough that it could get better for him, but he was really famous before he hit puberty.
Yeah.
And then nothing. Where's he gone?
You know who, George Lucas, Spielberg told Lucas to hire him to be Anakin Skywalker. Think how much better.
Oh, you missed out on one, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Although, you know, George Lucas just sucks any life out of any performance, so maybe it's better he didn't work with him.
Oh,
He is a shit director.
Throwing shade at Lucas.
Oh, he's a terrible director. He could,
How
like,
dare
just
you.
kill... Just, like, if he finds some passion, he just throttles it.
Look, Greedo shot first. Shut up.
Listen,
All right, so...
on the ashes of
Back to
which
Alex.
they will build their post-human future. Now,
If you say it
I want
twice, it's
viewers
true.
and listeners to understand. You could be a school teacher, you could be an auto mechanic, you could be a factory worker,
Uh-huh.
Look, listen how long this fucking list goes on.
Okay.
you could be a farmer, you could be a psychologist, you could be an FBI agent, you could be an army officer, you could be a florist, you could be a dentist, you could be a nurse,
How long did he
you
take to
could
come
be
up with
an insurance
Florence?
accountant, you could be a prize fighter, you could be a rock
He's still
star, you
going.
could be a movie star, you could be a football coach.
Okay, yeah, we get it, Alex. There are different career choices. Fucking hell. I know you've got
But,
hours
I mean-
to fill, dude, but that's just... You could be a fireman. You could be a fucking... I don't know, a forensic scientist. You could be a fucking dog. You could be made out of cheese.
I just feel like that should be taken out and made its own GIF.
Yeah.
I'm just pausing and then keep going. It's like a Family Guy bit.
Yeah, exactly, where
That's
they go
what
on
it's
for far too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they sort of pause like it's going to be the time to change it, and they just keep doing it
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Well, florist, you could literally hear the stripped gears of his mind grinding metal on metal against
So
it.
hard.
Yeah. Florist. You could be a florist. Oh, fucking hell, man.
That might have been the best Alex Jones bit I've ever seen.
And look at that face. That face is the man. That face is the face of a guppy fish at feeding time. Look at it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a man with constipation.
It's just, that's him desperately trying to think of anything. And he's got nothing.
Nothing.
Maybe he's not just phoning it. Maybe he's not just depressed. He's just phoning in at this point. Like, he's got nothing. They're going to build
maybe-
a post-human future. I don't know. What
I
do
just
people
can't.
want?
Can we listen? I'm sorry. Can we hear that list again?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
I want to count how many does he actually name?
Headline, my fault. But make it more congruent where it makes sense.
Yeah,
We're moving fast here.
I don't think you can make it make sense. Alex.
We're moving fast here.
On the ashes of which they will build the post-human future.
Look at
That's what
that
I said.
face.
On the
So
ashes
twat.
of which they will build their post-human future. Now,
All right,
I
everyone
want
count.
viewers and listeners to understand. You could be a school teacher. You could be an auto mechanic. You could be a
One,
factory worker.
two,
You could be a farmer. You could be a psychologist. You could be an FBI agent. You could be an
six,
army officer. You could be
7.
a florist. You could be a dentist. You could be a nurse. You could be an insurance accountant. You could be a prize fighter. You could be a rock star. You could be a movie star. You could be a
14.
football coach. You could be a 90-year-old person in a nursing home.
That's not an employment
Look at him.
opportunity. God damn it.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. Exactly.
Oh,
That was
sorry.
like,
if
yeah,
you-
exactly. No, you've got to speak for 2 minutes solid without repetition, pause,
Deviation
Yeah.
or deviation.
which is a reference Americans definitely will get. Look it up. Anyway,
It's a great show.
Out the window.
What was that? 16 or
But you
15
have
or
been
16?
targeted by this predatory system for annihilation.
all of that list for that. Literally, you could have just said it doesn't matter what you do for a living; they're targeting you for annihilation.
Yeah, but let me give a list of all the things you could be doing for a
Exactly.
living.
You're not a
I've got
career
time to fill
guidance
on this show.
counsellor, Alex. You know, you could be you could be a painter. You could be a florist. You could be a fucking. Oh,
You could
jeez.
be a high school guidance
You
counselor.
could be a 90-year-old in. No, that's not a profession. No. Look at that they've put an overlay bit on of a fucking siren thing. For what?
What? An overlay? Oh,
And there
yeah.
comes a point in an operation like this
It's
Hey,
just
when the
that's
whole
sort of
thing
subtle,
collapses
subconscious,
into
like
the black hole they've created.
how that-
And we're now going into that point. We're now already in the acceleration chamber, and we're at the
accelerating
crossroads of.
There's such a mixed metaphor here. They've created a black hole, and we're in the acceleration chamber at the crossroads. The fuck? It's just gibberish. Alex, did you ever think you could have just been a florist instead?
You could have.
You could
It
have.
might have been better.
Yeah.
Because you could get to 24. You can count that high, we think.
Liberty versus tyranny, but we're now being sucked into the tyranny. We're now
It sounds like a good Friday night.
Of the black hole of the tyranny,
Well,
or
you've been sucked
on the
into the black
crossroads?
hole of tyranny, away from the light of Donald Trump's warm embrace.
Eagle penis.
Eagle
Eagle
penis.
erection.
Eagle
Eagle
erection. Eagle erections. Ejaculating freedom all over your face.
Yes. Unsolicited
rapidly
election. pic.
holding on with our fingernails at the crossroads, about to be sucked in.
Back to the
And
crossroads.
then it's going to be just like getting caught in a riptide that pulls you under.
So, hang on. So we're in a black hole in an acceleration chamber at the crossroads in a riptide. What are you talking
Yes.
about? What the fuck are you talking about? Look, he doesn't know. Look at those eyes. That is the eyes of a man who's saying, I have lost control of this analogy. I don't know where I'm going now.
At this point, my mouth is just moving.
Yeah.
I'm hoping words come out that make sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got to hold your breath
Amazing.
and just hope it pops you back up before you drown. Most people panic, suck in salt water, and die.
Oh, the black hole?
Sucked in by one.
He went so literal with it then. He's just talking about actual riptides.
Well, he got very vivid there at the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
storytelling is
It was a little bit
better.
Alan Partridge as well. Well, but yeah, most people just suck in salt water
Yeah.
and die.
Tony Blakeway in the chat. This could be an awesome 1980s song lyric. Yeah, I think so. Can you songify this shit with all the different careers and then mix it in with the black holes, riptide, salty water, sucking it in?
Well, it is, yeah. It's like Once in a Lifetime by Talking Heads. You could find yourself as a florist. You could
Or,
find
yeah.
yourself as a football coach. And you'll ask yourself, how did I get into this riptide?
Yeah, Donna in the chat saying alternative lyrics for Jumpin' Jack Flash. I was born in a black hole at a crossroads.
Yeah, that also works. Absolutely.
Yeah.
One when I shouldn't have been swimming out there with red flags and just relaxed. Shot me out 20 seconds later. Kind of fun. But that's because I knew what to
Kind
do.
of fun. I nearly died. It was kind of fun.
What is he even talking about?
And he's now just talking about the time he was in a riptide and survived.
Oh, God.
'Cause he's
So this has
fucking
always
mental.
been about him.
It's a stream of conscience, yeah. Conscience, whatever.
We've gone from Biden
You are
to
about
him.
to be sucked under. People are going to panic. They're going to go crazy. They're going to go bankrupt. You're going to have mass suicide. You're just going to see the most hellish stuff you can imagine.
What the fuck?
It's the end of times.
Yeah,
Oh, they have a nice video. Great.
yeah, fantastic.
Someone found some Shutterstock. They got their license money worth it, you know. Oh,
Not just
someone
that, but they're gonna
Google
have
Creative
mass
Commons
suicides.
shot.
So is that going to be at Alex Jonestown?
See, I see what you did there.
This is the
Jones.
real
Thanks, Joe.
demoralization that's about to begin.
Oh, Demora. If there's
What?
one thing that Yuri Bezmenov should be despised for, it isn't just the fact that he's obviously a lying, grifting piece of garbage. It's also that these motherfuckers keep using demoralization when it's not applicable.
My feelings are hurt. I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
What is it
basically,
meant
yeah.
by usually? Well, what's the context that you're thinking of?
Oh, it's a guy called Yuri Bezmenov who was a Russian spy during the Cold War, and then after the Cold War, he made claims about there being USSR sleeper spies or whatever. To the point with which, well, how are they still getting paid? Because the USSR doesn't exist anymore. But
Yeah.
regardless, and they were agents of demoralisation who were supposed to like undermine American culture. So basically, whenever anything goes like wrong, because in countries things aren't perfect. I don't know if you know that, but they call it demoralisation, and it's nonsense. It's just a thing you didn't like happened.
Yes.
There isn't some great big overarching plan to like destroy you or white people or whatever by them in quotation fucking in echo marks. Jesus.
Yeah. It's like in a democracy, you know, people change their minds and you have to make good arguments and you have to try to win people over, and people don't vote for the same people over and over again. You change it up. So
it does look like he's going to sneeze. Yes.
It does.
Genuinely does. Or ejaculate. One of the two.
Thanks, Kevin.
It's
Appreciate
okay.
that. Yeah, actually, I think I can. No, you're right. I can see that it's a.
Yeah, exactly. He's cresting. He's cresting the hill.
It's the edging part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the biggest message I have before I give you my personal message here is to the people that serve the system, the yuppies, the trendies, the leftist enforcers.
Yeah, we got a shout out. Woo!
You've seen my build. You've seen what an enforcer I am. I'm like Black Widow. Yeah.
Yeah, Kristi, she's a pocket assassin.
Yeah, you don't know that about me.
Yeah.
But I roll 20 on my dex dexterity saving throws all the time. All
Don't
day
bring your
long.
fucking degeneracy to my party, okay? You keep your sickness between you and your fellow perverts.
Yeah, my group of friends. Yes. Yeah. Like nerds.
You're the biggest chumps of them all. You're the biggest schmucks, the biggest
Oh,
fools.
Alex.
And I don't say that with pleasure. I wish you weren't so delusional.
Oh, you've been talking to Coach of Red Pill, huh?
I wish you weren't so delusional. Alex, please, mate. Wind your fucking stubby fat neck in, mate.
Honestly, they hand counted the Georgia ballots. There was no machine tampering. Dominion didn't change any votes. Yeah. You just lost.
Well, they're doing the same in Wisconsin. There's a partial
Well, they're doing a recount. Yeah.
But they're saying, oh, wait, it's irrelevant. So they're already getting their fucking copium in early because they know they're also going to lose the recount. And say, well, it doesn't matter because it's still fraud. What? You got what you wanted. You got the recount you wanted that would definitely prove that you got a million squillion. That literally no person in the whole of Wisconsin voted for Joe Biden. Not a single person, or whatever the fuck claim that Sydney Watson and her fucking crazed lunatics want to make. And you're still going to end up losing.
Yeah, because they didn't get. Yep, because they didn't get the result they wanted. They didn't win. They're not going to stop until they find a way to change the result so that they do win.
Exactly, yeah. There's we want to get the true result that the American people voted for. No, you fucking don't. There's no outcome to this where Donald Trump doesn't end up remaining president that you would ever accept.
Exactly. Yeah. They would rather have him like not leave the White House and like squat there and occupy it than for him to be gracious and leave. He's not even going to be like at the inauguration. We all know that already, right?
Well, did you see he put down because he gets to decide this, of course. He put down conditions for how Joe Biden could become enter the White House today. Where is it? Here we go. Joe, hang on, is that on the screen for everyone?
Amazing.
Right in the middle. Biden can only enter the White House as president if he can prove that his ridiculous 80 million votes were not fraudulently or legally obtained. Yeah, he has to prove every single one of those 80 million votes. Donald Trump doesn't have to do that with his 72 million votes. No. When you see what happened in Detroit, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee,
we've seen all the brown people vote.
What is it about those 4 places that he doesn't like?
Yeah, he's leaving out Arizona. Lost there too.
Yeah, massive voter fraud. He's got a big unsolvable problem. This claim about election fraud is disputed. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, they're called election ballots. Yeah. They're called election ballots. They are the receipts. Yeah. Like the states are bringing the receipts. Yeah. They have them in boxes.
Yeah. So he's the copium, the main recipient of the absolutely absurd shipments of copium to America, Donald Trump himself, is getting high on his own supply there, I think. Yeah.
Yes, I'd agree.
You think you're part of the ruling class. You think you're part of the eugenics takeover. You think you're part of the winning team.
I do think I'm part of the eugenics takeover. That is true. Yes.
I don't even know what that means. Is that the white genocide, or is that a different conspiracy?
Well, it's linked.
Takeover.
There's so much of
Okay.
it that's overlapping. It's overlapping
Yeah, Venn
magisteria,
diagram.
so to speak.
Yeah.
If you want to get a little bit technical with it, but yeah, it's within the realms of the white genocide thing, but with plausible deniability. I didn't mention race because they also say they want to get rid of 90% of humanity, a claim that Alex Jones has made for the last 25 years, during which time we've gone from under 6 billion people to nearly 8 billion people on the planet. So their plan to get rid of 90% of humanity going super well for the globalisms.
Yeah. Mm.
You are anything but that. You are the weak traitors.
We are. As the CEO of Antifa, I'd just like to say, hail to the weak traitors.
Yeah, the victorious weak traitor. Wait. You're not a traitor if you're democratically elected. Wait a minute.
Well, no, because it's been stolen by George Soros and the ghost of Hugo Chavez. So.
And some machines counting in Spain and Germany.
In Spain and Germany, yeah. Yeah, but look at it this way, Alex. We're the weak traitors, and you lost to us.
Yes.
You lost to the weak. You lost to the weak, pathetic people. You lost to Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, and the soy boys on the left.
Exactly. How pathetic are you if you're losing to soy boys? Come on now. It's almost as if you're full of shit, lads.
Yep.
That actually chose to join this evil because you were seeking out power.
Yes, that is why we joined.
And the only thing...
Yeah. You mean like the civil rights...
You're going to get...
renewal, pausing. Like the Violence Against Women Act, reauthorizing that, the Civil Rights Act, voting reform, criminal justice reform, protecting, well, probably not Roe v. Wade anymore. That's probably going to come down to the states in a few years. But yeah, basically trying to protect people's civil rights. That's what, we're evil.
Yeah. True.
Yep.
Lead to your own destruction. And a lot of you, the good news is, have finally figured that out. And I do not take the situation we're in with any silver lining that it makes me a lot more credible and makes InfoWars explosively popular.
Well, yeah, because neither of those things is true. You're not more credible. You're a loser. Yeah. And InfoWars has never been, well, since about 2005, has never been less popular.
Or profitable, I'd imagine.
Or profitable, yes.
It's disgusting and sick.
It is.
It's like saying, don't pour gasoline on yourself and light it. Don't pour gasoline on me and light it. You'll burn up. And you go, oh, BS. Pour gasoline on yourself, strike a match, light yourself, and go, oh, my gosh, you were right, as you burn up. There's...
What the fuck is going on with that analogy? What the fuck is he talking about?
You know, that whole...
so weird.
Yeah, like Biden rolling back those executive orders on discriminatory bans from Muslim countries just because they're Muslim countries. Yeah, that's really going to affect my rights.
It is, because brown people.
Yes.
Come on now.
Zero enjoyment in it. It's nothing but pain and nausea.
Yeah, that's, again, you've summed up your entire show there, Alex, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's kind of how I feel right now, if I'm honest. I'm experiencing emotional distress and a slight amount of nausea.
Yeah. You might be pregnant.
Unlikely. You know, because I'm a global eugenicist or whatever I am.
True, but this man is so potent he can impregnate through the internet. Look at him. This man's taken so much super male vitality, he's all penis.
Yes, my rhymes are so potent that in this small segment I've made all the ladies in their first 2 row pregnant. Hey, ladies.
Yeah.
A little flight of the Conchords.
Some people say that my rhymes are sexist, but you lovely bitches and hoes, you know, I'm trying to correct this. Anyway, that's a line from Flight of the Conchords.
Yes, the Conchords. Yep.
From the people you'd think are in the establishment, and they're not.
What?
And even the people you see out there that are worth 150, 160, 170 billion dollars.
Who are those people?
What are the people who are in the establishment but are not?
Yeah, me and you, I think. I think he's directly talking about us now.
Okay, I'll try to personalize this more. See if it makes any more sense.
They're still just front men of the spirit, and they're compartmentalized, and they're going along with it, believing they're going to end up winning, but they themselves are fools, and they're starting to figure this out.
So hang on.
What?
So even the rich, powerful people who benefit from the system aren't running the system. Who the fuck is running the system then?
And I guess now that they're becoming woke to the idea, they're going to become revolutionaries to the system. Is that where this is going?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is going to
the
come
left
out
is
and
going
say,
to rise up.
"Take my money." You watch, it's going to happen any day. This is fucking madness.
Once this black hole of Satanism and destruction turns on,
Wait, I thought it was a riptide. Is it a fucking riptide or what?
Satanism. Okay.
Well, look, people having a good time.
it sucks everybody down into it.
They want to go back to 2015. Oh, the SJWs.
Oh, honestly, this person looks like a white nationalist who put themselves in the middle of a crowd and are starting an argument. I mean, what is this?
I think that's supposed to be a feminist or something. I think.
Oh, okay.
There is no escape.
Well, I mean,
for those that have openly, publicly, willfully served this. Yep, New York City will have COVID checkpoints at key bridges and crossings. It's being
So?
yeah, exactly. So what you're doing is you're trying to stop the spread. I mean, they have alcohol checkpoints randomly sometimes, and they pull over everybody who's on the road and breathalyze them. Do you freak out at that? Because that's constitutional.
Yeah.
announced.
So if you don't, I don't see the difference.
Because this is COVID's not real, Kristi. It's not real. It doesn't exist. These fucking people, man. These are the people. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because of idiots like fucking Jones.
1 hour ago.
Yeah.
They're announcing a global ID run by China.
Yep.
And the international airlines to track you in real time and give you a blockchain code and cash back if you take the injections.
Yep. That's all true. We over at Antifa Inc. have announced that. Yeah, that's true.
Well, did you do a press release on that on your Twitter account?
No, on my Twitter account, on my official CEO of Antifa Twitter account, which is
oh right, okay.
At fuck white people. So
FUQ.
Klaus Schwab says he's preparing to merge us with machines, and they're calling it the fourth industrial revolution, and they're announcing that we will be GMO creations.
What does that mean? We're going to be fused with robots, and there are going to be GMO creations. GMO creations sounds like a startup company in Silicon Valley.
I mean, in terms of genetic modifications, there are gene therapies currently and have been for at least a decade, I think.
Wasn't Trump's one of Trump's COVID things that he was given at
from stem cells.
From stem cell research,
of an embryo. Yeah.
So,
but in this case, I think there are people who have like genetic flaws, and they find, I don't know the science because it's not my area of specialty, but they can go in and kind of like somehow tweak that part of the genetic code so that it's. I'll look it up and see if I understand it. So just for to be accurate, but you can hit play. I'll find it.
It's not a science fiction movie.
No, it's your raving imagination.
Yes, it's a Marigeddon.
If this was a sci-fi film, I'd say this is the most boring sci-fi film ever. This is rubbish.
I found the answer, by the way.
Go on then.
So gene therapy is an experimental technique that uses genes to treat or prevent disease. In the future, this technique may allow doctors to treat disorders by inserting a gene into a patient's cell.
How does wearing Levi's stop medical problems?
Yes.
Genes. I did a joke about genes.
Get it? He did a wordplay joke. It's so punny. So punny.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, so I don't know if it is actually currently in use, but my understanding is that they are working on, so if you want to call that genetically modified, I guess technically it would be an accurate description, but it's not like they're going to be Gattacaing everybody.
No. I don't think so.
No.
Because that is a sci-fi film.
Yes.
Cronenberg film. It's the real world 2020.
No, not really.
God help us all. So this is the end, my friends. My only friends.
This is the end.
My only friends.
He's doing the doors.
I kind of want to hug him. Alex, you don't have any friends. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just have people who are using you or you're using.
Of their elaborate plans, the end. Because their elaborate plans are the end of all of us, including them.
The fuck is he talking about? So that was Alex Jones's really grown-up take on the fact that his candidate lost in an election. Okay.
So there's going to be genetically modified beings and robots and a crossroads at the center of which there's a black hole in a riptide.
Yeah, how clearer can he make it for you? Kristi, really, come on. This is...
And the
classic
establishment who aren't the establishment are starting to see through it.
Yeah. Again, it's all makes sense, Kristi. Come on. This is absolutely amazing shit.
It is like Mad Libs.
It genuinely is.
Yeah. I love that pick.
Oh, you want to? Okay, well, we'll start with that then. Okay.
Yeah,
we're on
that
to the
little guy.
bookmarks portion of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I showed that on the stream last night, but that's a chinchilla getting a belly rub.
Look how
Lovely stuff.
happy! Look how happy they look.
But I love the little hands. Oh, he's got little hands. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, so like lifts his little chin. Like, okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Exactly. Too much, woman. Too much.
That is my favorite look. I just want.
Oh, look how happy! Look at that smile.
Yes, exactly. Oh,
anyway, from a small little creature that's quite cute to a small little creature that isn't, Paul Joseph Watson.
Right.
Genuinely explains why he thinks this is an O. Right? He's got some vegetables and some salmon, I think there. Cheese grated, libs owned.
I don't know. Maybe he's thinking of vegans. I mean, I don't.
Well, you can get vegan cheese.
Also, I'm going to say that all of that stuff, and I'm not judging here, but all that stuff looks like it came out of a bag that was purchased at Iceland.
Well, possibly so, but I mean, at least he's getting some nutrients.
Yeah,
he's certainly not getting any fucking sunlight on him, so I mean...
I'm just saying maybe steam those vegetables so they don't look quite so limping and sad.
They do look a bit pathetic, to be fair. But what is it about the application of the grated, the grated, or even the grated cheese that he thinks the libs would be annoyed about?
I have no idea.
It's so weird. I just said that somehow he's still getting dumber. I don't know how, but he's managing it, and that's almost impressive. But not at all.
Phil in the chat's like, who puts cheese on salmon?
I don't know if you've met Paul Joseph Watson on the internet before. He's a fucking madman. So, I mean, the fact that he's not putting like diesel oil or something on it is probably to be welcomed, I suppose.
Something actually edible. Of all the random things, oil, huh?
Yeah. Did you see him with his weird little children's table press conference thing?
Oh, is it like the Thanksgiving? You had the kids' table. Did you ever have a kids? Yeah, like at Christmas or something growing up.
Yeah, not at Thanksgiving because we don't.
No.
We're not thankful for anything here.
No, you're just bitter, slightly bitter all the time. Yeah, let's go here and hear his little childish rant.
Actually, hang on. I think I've got the full 2-minute thing further up, if I recall. Yeah, I have. So we'll skip past it for now. But he was sat at a weird little table. Anyway. Oh, the Q board. I was doing some Kraken stuff yesterday, so the Kraken happened. It was nonsense. Paul's a lunatic. Anyway, on the Q board, happy Thanksgiving, fellow patriots. Trust the plan. If it had to be this way, have faith. God wins. That was good enough for the Q people to go mental.
Yeah. Can I just there was an insight I had into D&D and how people can rationalize any.
Yeah, I'm already bored.
All right. For instance, here. They all had this for months, like a cult, that Trump was going to win the election. That was like their end of the world part of it, right?
Yeah.
And they were told the whole time, this plan is solid. It's going to happen. We have special secret knowledge. Trust the plan. Trust the plan. Trust the plan. And then the plan fails.
Yeah.
Right. So at that point, your cognitive dissonance kicks in, and they've done psychological studies about cults that prophecies there fail. And you have to start rationalizing, why that is that this happened. And you create a new narrative that says, oh, you weren't really, well, you were sort of wrong, but you were, the plan is still right. The plan has to be right. We have to find a way for the plan to be right. And it reminds me that when in D&D, sometimes when you ask a character to roll, there's a 1 and they're going to come up with a number between 1 and 20, and no matter what they roll, you're going to make sense of it. Whether it's a great roll or a mess up roll or a medium roll, you have a justification for how that it happens in your reality. And it made me realize how much we do this. How easy it is for some people, if you don't understand what you're doing, to just rationalize, oh, this was meant to happen. I hear this a lot, like, oh, if that hadn't happened and that bad thing, then I wouldn't have moved and I wouldn't have met this person, or I wouldn't have got this job. Like, yeah, all those things happened, but you're just sort of like making a narrative into making the bad things better, which is fine, but it's your subjective interpretation of a series of events.
Indeed.
It weren't destined to happen.
Indeed, yes. Yeah.
So thanks for listening to my musings. I told you after that art and data thing, my thoughts are kind of deep.
Yeah, mine are all about the Benjamins. Thank you.
Or the neck.
Thank you to Tony Blakeway for subscribing on Twitch.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
So this is a thing they put out, and it's the I think these are orcs or something with pussy hats on, and then it's a Pepe Kraken. And just like Pepe, it didn't work in 2020. So
I wouldn't be surprised if someone made that into a tattoo.
Almost certainly. Yeah.
But seriously, this is so. I'm not owned.
Yeah. Congrats to Sydney Powell on that's the thing that's on her website. It's very shit. Don't be dissuaded. The media are absolutely terrified right now. I am terrified. Thank you, Major Patriot. You are correct.
Terrified, huh? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of chill out because it's a Friday night, so maybe I ain't a great source.
Do you want to read this one for us?
All right, going. Yep. The Kraken is unleashed. Many are packing their bags to get out of the United States before they go to prison.
True.
Sydney Powell is the most amazing woman ever. She is saving America! ! Really bad image.
Yeah.
Isn't
that her being
hearts.
eaten by the Kraken?
Yeah, looks like it. She's not being shot
fair,
out of the mouth of the Kraken.
No, this is not Zardoz. Don't be silly. No, yeah, that's. Technically, that image is accurate because the Kraken has eaten her career. Yes, so that is. It's kind of true. Kind of true.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh God, Biden isn't president-elect. Yes, he is. Biden doesn't have a cabinet. Well, he's choosing one. Whatever. Biden won't ever be president. Biden is a traitor guilty of treason. Well, that's what traitor means. And will suffer for the consequences. Lol. The MSM doesn't install our president. We elect our president. This will be glorious. Hold the line. The levels of copium abuse going on here.
Yeah, this is the denial phase of copium.
Yeah, but they need to move past that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Cat on a radiator.
Oh, nice. Very cozy. It's a good place to sleep if you can fit.
Tiny chameleons.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at them.
Green and green.
Except for the brown ones at the top.
It's kind of green still. It's kind of
but
still
he's
green.
got more of a pattern on him. Yeah. He's like the tattoo.
Maybe. He's thinking.
For his reference.
That lizard looks weird. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they think even. I don't know how chameleons work. Do they have dreams?
I
hopes,
don't know. I just
aspirations.
wanted to see Karma Chameleon, but tiny chameleon. So.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, thank you. 80s references are always welcome. Yeah, this OAN, just again to show you what a load of cultists they are.
Great. Okay.
If you don't want to be confused, turn off Fox News, CNN, or MSNBC. They are intentionally confusing you. Trump won the election. He'll win the recount. He'll win in court. He won.
Oh my God, when? When?
Yeah, when is that going to happen? Christina Bob. That's her name. It's there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at Christina and Bob. That would be weird.
No, it's actually her name.
Yeah.
Only thing Democrats can do is trick all of us into believing he didn't. I am sick and tired of obliging a cabal of greedy, slimy Democrats and their puppet buffoons in the media who obliterate our Constitution.
Why not just say Jews? You mean Jews? Just say Jews.
Yeah, especially when it's like Republicans running it in some of these states.
Yeah.
And how do they admit they only did fraud in the states they knew were going to be important for the outcome?
Yeah.
Why not Minnesota? You know, why not Iowa? Why not some other states that were,
Because there are no black people in any of those places to disenfranchise.
Oh, right.
With their lies. Conservatives, if you're sick and disgusted of what a small group of socialists are doing to our country, raise your voice and let your circle of influence know. If you're waiting for a battle cry to say socialism, you have no place in the United States of America.
This is news, apparently.
Nope. No, this is propaganda, as you rightly pointed out.
Yeah. This is it. We will not sit idly by decrying the fraudulent media as fake, but do nothing about it. The socialists have chosen the media as their weapon of choice in this fight. If you want to fight and help preserve the...
say on a conservative far-right fucking news network.
Yeah. Is this a donation pitch? Is that what's coming here?
No, she's just ranting. It's just
like, what does she want people to do other than be angry?
Well, watch your
like,
way in.
But
that's what cults do. Don't listen
world.
to anyone else. We need to isolate you, and we can be your only source of information.
But it's supposed to be educate, agitate, organize.
No, this is just isolate, radicalize, and win or something. I don't know.
Wait for the violence to happen.
The sanctity of our republic. It's as simple as turning off Fox News. Don't watch it. The media, and don't let them create the reality for you that isn't real. Don't oblige their toxic schemes, and don't read their sensational stories.
Don't listen to anyone else. Only listen to us. That's not at all what a cult does at all. No, that's normal. That's normal.
Seriously,
news.
A cult.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean,
yeah, it looks like the kid's desk.
I don't know how else to describe that, but he looks like he's a child. What is going?
Well, is that like a coffee table? Is that a side table for a love seat?
America is a very rich place with lots of access to like.
They have other tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that building.
Yeah.
They could have. I mean, they probably wouldn't move the Resolute desk, but why not just have it in the Oval Office?
Well, yeah, but again, just get like a normal table.
Yeah.
You've got the power of the federal government at your disposal, and you couldn't get a better table than that. Look at him. It's so weird. It's so weird. Everything about him's weird.
Him and Rudy leaking.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
All right, is this the rant?
This is the thing.
Votes for Joe Biden on December 14th. Will you concede the election?
It's going to be a very hard thing to concede because we know there was massive fraud. So
no,
as to whether or not I can get this apparatus moving this quickly, because time isn't on our side. Everything else is on our side. Facts are on our side.
No. No. Where are they?
Fun. Exactly.
Where are these
facts?
facts?
On your side. You should have presented those at court.
Yes, you had 37 opportunities or something. 38.
Well, on that point, actually, one of the things just before we went on, someone linked me to. Yeah, the Trump campaign lost again. The Third Circuit Court of Appeals has handed another loss to the Trump campaign in an effort to undo Joe Biden's win in Pennsylvania. With a judge, one of Trump's nominees, writing the campaign's quote claims have no merit unquote.
Can you open it? I don't know if BuzzFeed will. I think it's the Daily Beast that puts a block up. But I'm wondering if this is the Equal Protection Clause case, because I know that they appealed that ruling that the state court knocked him out.
In a 3-0 decision, which I don't know about, that seems like a whitewash to me. The US Court of Appeals rejected the campaign's effort challenging the election results. Yeah,
it's just too vague. There's so many of them. Free and fair elections, life broad, charges of unfairness. Unfairness might be the equal protection one, so maybe. But calling it unfair doesn't make it so. Does it have the decision?
On to SCOTUS. It's not going to the...
Oh, God.
For fuck's sake, these people. It didn't fix the fatal defects with the previous one. Unconstitutional discrimination, yeah. So it's the equal discrimination, the equal...
to protection.
Laws, yeah. So they've been done again. But the Supreme Court are not going to step in and do anything. At most, they'll say, we're not hearing this, and it'll be kicked back down.
Yeah, and if you scroll down closer to the bottom, so there's 2 points really. One is that they don't have any evidence, which is a pretty persuasive argument. The second one is, I think their remedy is to say, just toss out all of these ballots from these areas.
Yeah.
Just invalidate millions of votes. Well, that's the only remedy we'll accept.
Well, if we go on to Sidney Powell's thing, which I took a look at from Georgia, the relief they're seeking, and relief isn't just a hand job term, it literally means the thing they want the judge to do. If they win the case.
How it would rectify it, yeah.
Indeed.
I saw relief.
Yeah, so they've got, one is to decertify the results. The other one is to make sure that the election results...
to
stop them from actually to allowing the electors to go to the college. This one is astounding. An order requiring Goodland Kemp to transmit certified election results that state that President Donald Trump is the winner of the election.
She wants the court to order the governor to overturn the popular results.
Can you order the governor of the state to do a little bit of fascism, please?
Yeah, and violate the law.
Yeah. Yeah.
And basically throw democracy out the window. Can you do that, third branch of government?
Yeah, I think these people might be lunatics who have no idea how laws work.
Yeah, so it says that remedy would be grossly disproportionate, the throwing out of millions of votes, to the procedural challenges raised. Like even if what you're saying is right, just going, okay, maybe there were 1,500 votes that were cast like this. Let's even grant that. We're going to throw out 1.2 million because of those 15,000?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. None of this is... It's so ludicrous. Look, in a way, it might be better to just not give them the credence of the airtime and just sit back and watch them fail. But it's so much fun to watch these lunatics flail.
Yeah.
And to point out
show their authoritarianism.
Every time they lose. Because it's just, they've got nothing. Even this fucking judge was appointed by Trump. So presumably is some sort of neo-Nazi or something. I don't know. It might actually be this one surviving fucking camp guard from Auschwitz or something. And even they're saying, no, you've got nothing.
I know this is going to get overturned if I rule this way. Even I can see that this isn't going to end up positively for me if I don't do the obvious thing here.
But this is the thing. You can tell how it's a cult, and look, the thing you mentioned earlier about trying to bargain your way through obvious defeat.
Yeah.
If they'd won this, they'd come out and be absolutely cheering to the rafters, saying, "We won. This is definitely true. We're going to win in Pennsylvania."
Oh yeah.
If they've lost, they're still saying, "We won because we want to go to the SCOTUS." So this is actually good news that we've lost the millionth case this month. It's just cult. It's just cult-like mentality constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing. Anyway,
and ultimately not good for the body politic.
No, not at all.
Votes for Joe Biden on December.
Because we know there was massive fraud. So as to whether or not I can get this apparatus moving this quickly,
if there was massive fraud, you should be able to
because time isn't on our side. Everything else is on our side. Facts are on our side.
Your own judges.
This was a massive fraud. This should never take place in this country. We're like a third world country. We have
Apparently it's the left that are unpatriotic, but apparently America is now like a third world country because they did an election.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's the president of the United States.
What the hell they're looking at. I mean, you take a look at all the mistakes they made. Look at even Georgia. Look at all the mistakes they made, and all that was is a simple you press a button.
What the fuck does that mean?
They were hand counted. The votes were counted by hand.
Yeah.
What button is he talking about?
The button inside of his brain that the monkey presses.
Look at Georgia. All the votes they found just by going. And I said they shouldn't even do it.
What in the fuck is this man talking about now? It's gibberish.
You said they. Wait, if you said they shouldn't even do it, then why did they? Maybe it was because how close it was. They had to have a recount. In which case, it's a state law issue, and your opinion doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't get to say one way or the other. So either you literally asked for it, or your input is irrelevant to it.
Those are the two conditions.
So either way, shut up. Really?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mean anything. They're doing a recount right now in Georgia that is meaningless.
You see, again, they're getting their copium in early. Because they know they're going to lose the recount, because it was never about having a recount or an audit. They want to overturn the election. At least Sidney Powell was ballsy enough in her fucking gibberish to go to the Northern District of Georgia and ask them to literally just give it to Trump. Because that's what they want. That's the only verdict they will ever accept.
Yeah, she took the mask off.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even need this anymore.
Well, because she doesn't need to anymore, because she's not even on the Trump campaign. So, you know.
Or on the legal team, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
The only recount that matters in Georgia is to look at the signatures on the envelope, and you will find that those signatures...
Yeah, but the thing is, right, again, they'll move the goalpost. Let's say they do that. They're not going to bother, because why would they?
Yeah.
But let's say they do that, they check all the fucking things, he still loses. No, what you
He'll
need
find
to
another
do,
reason.
Yeah, what you need to do is go and test for... You need to drug test all of the people. But not the white people, only the brown ones. And then throw out their votes. Basically, go to the brown neighbourhoods, mainly in like Atlanta and Philadelphia and Detroit and those places, and just take out the black people votes, please.
But the thing is, a lot of his swing came from the suburbs. Yeah. And he's not mad at those areas.
No, because there's a white people, that's fine. I mean, they're obviously traitors who need to be dealt with, of course, but they're at least...
Yeah, but first, you know, you got to pander to your alt-right or be your alt-right selves.
Yeah.
Do not match the people that were many of them, hundreds of thousands of them, hundreds of thousands. And
he knows that he's personally checked hundreds of thousands of the ballots.
Yeah,
and knows
he's looked at them while he's been golfing.
Yeah. I only lost by 12,000 votes. I didn't lose. I didn't even like to say I lose.
But except you literally just did, and you realise you picked yourself up because you realise you just admitted you lost. Okay, babe.
Yeah.
This is a man literally overdosing on copium. Someone needs to put a shot of insulin into his heart or whatever, or adrenaline, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's like it is a temper tantrum. It's like a child. I didn't lose. You cheated. I didn't lose.
Yeah. I only, I guess we're 11 or 12,000 votes short. That's out of
you lost.
Millions of votes. They just got it over the line. And one of the things that
by more people in Georgia voting for the Joe Biden ticket.
Yeah, it's 50% plus one in a two-way race. That's all you need.
Happened. I did so well, and I was told this in 2 other states, that they didn't know what to do. They panicked. Take a look at their.
Who were you told that?
Ooh, on the election day, how would they know until the votes were counted? They don't know who people are voting for.
3:42 in the morning on certain states.
The fact that it happened in the morning means that it's obviously the ghost of Hugo Chavez, because ghosts only come out at night. So
people worked through the night, and the counts went up. I mean, I know people went to bed, and there were big changes, but time continued for everyone who was still conscious.
Well, they complained in places where they didn't have enough staff left to continue the count, so they had to stop overnight in places like Nevada, which is why Nevada
took too long.
So they complained about that, and then they complained in other areas where they hired extra people to come in and work through the night, because human beings aren't robots until the Alex Jones prophecy comes true, obviously, and they get rid of them and replace them with robots.
But they only complained about that in states where it was important, and Joe Biden won.
Yeah, he's not asking for a recount in Mississippi.
Notice. Nope.
Because there's no black people in Mississippi.
It's not pointing to blocks of vote coming in red states or other deep blue states. No. Because that's how it works.
But I love the fact that the results in California, Biden got double the vote in California. Not surprisingly, but OAN still called him Trump. Yeah, he got 410 of the Electoral College votes. Apparently, no people in the world voted for Joe Biden ever.
No.
It's never happened.
Not 80 million.
Drops where you're going along like this, and then you have a spike that goes up to the ceiling and down. It's disgraceful. We can't let that.
He's such a boomer. He's such a weird little boomer. Oh god.
Yeah.
So they showed me the graph, and it looked weird. So fraud. Oh, Donald, can you please just go away?
And even though his own government, his own agency said this was a fair election,
and then sacked him, sacked the guy who came out and said the truth.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
That happened, and I will tell you, in Philadelphia,
Where the blacks
the
live.
Republicans, that State House Republicans, are
Yep.
very, very upset, and it's
That
sort
the
of
blacks were
appropriate
allowed
because
to vote.
Philadelphia has become very activist. If you look at what's going on, they don't want that.
Oh,
to
they're the
happen
new Portland.
to Pennsylvania, to the state of Pennsylvania.
Which apparently Philadelphia isn't a part of Pennsylvania now. Okay.
Oh. Apparently, yeah, Kevin must have turned up the volume because apparently I'm much louder. So I'll back up off my mic a bit to physically reduce
Oh,
my
sorry.
volume.
No, I had to because this is actually very quiet. Apologies. Everyone.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then I'll go even farther back.
Lean back. Lean
Yeah,
back.
I am.
Lean back.
And it was, I don't even like to use, it was a rigged election.
But sir, just to be clear, if the Electoral College votes for Joe Biden, will you concede?
Well, if they do, they made a mistake. Because this election was a fraud.
Just say
So
yes.
Understand, this election was a fraud.
You're an idiot. Anyway, this is his mad rantings.
Yeah, does he ever
No,
actually say yes?
No, I can't say that at all. I think it's a possibility. They're trying to look between
turning
you
back down
people.
now,
Don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. Don't talk. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way. Fine, I'm going to go
Oh
with
my
another.
God.
Don't talk
God.
to the president of the United States like that. You should just accuse the president of the United States of being a Kenyan Muslim instead. That's respectful.
I honestly, I swear that's what he says to people who he thinks are trying to question his authority. I am positive
Yeah.
that he has said that to his kids.
Almost certainly, yeah.
So-
Melania, I am the president of the United States.
Yep. Yep. Oh, of course he would use that to manipulate people in his inner circle and his employees.
Of course he fucking
Absolutely, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. But it's so pathetic. Like, he
Yeah.
showed no respect for any any past or future president.
No.
Other than,
No.
well, even Abraham Lincoln, who he says he likes, but apparently thinks he's competing against.
Yeah.
Okay.
His main competition in history.
Yeah. Oh no, Jesus Christ! You're a one-term loser, mate. Behave yourself. But yeah, so he's shown no respect for that, and of course he's like fuck all of the past protocols and all the rest of it. No, I'm a completely different person. I'm not one of these politician people. Well, I'm sorry, if you don't want to play by the presidential rule book, you don't get to be treated like a president.
Yep.
That's the way it works. You want the decorum of the office, earn it.
He wants the deference
Yeah.
of the office. He wants the military deference all the time from everyone, especially the media, and the obsequious praise that his appointees give him whenever they're in the same room and they're doing a speech. You know, he's a complete egoist. Like he's a walking id all the time. He must be exhausting.
He must be. I don't know how people work with him.
I don't.
Some real racism here. I don't know how this is allowed
great.
on YouTube. This is Stephen Crowder with one of his hilarious bits of comedy.
That's pretty loud for me. Oh, okay.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the constitutional law that created this country. And some people don't.
The gays.
It started liberalism.
Is he?
Join.
I'm appalled.
Yeah, I don't know how that's allowed on YouTube. I really don't. Yeah, he sits.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what else to say. It's just an appalling thing.
Yeah.
He sits weird.
Someone said it looks like he's filled his adult diaper.
Basically, yeah, he sits weird. And then
I mean,
someone
look at that booty.
Yeah, exactly. He's packing back. And someone said finally he looks like one of the characters in a Ben Garrison cartoon.
Yeah. That's exactly. Can you go back again? Just compare booties.
Yeah. Fair point. But what kind of spinal issue does he have where the entire full part of his weight, he can't like. There's no. It kind of.
He stands
bends
weird
round.
and he sits.
Has he
Yeah,
got
like he
some sort of
stands.
S-shaped spine going on? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. There.
Yeah, I mean he's
I mean,
old.
look at
so
how
that,
he's kind of even on the balls of his feet if you open up the picture again. So he's definitely like leaning forward
he does.
all the way.
Well, we've said this before. When he stands up, he kind of puts all the weight leaning over his toes, which is weird.
Well, again, I know that from a media point of view, if you lean forward, it kind of hides your chin a little bit and also your stomach because you lose that sense of depth. You're looking down as opposed to flat on.
That is a concerned cat.
The thing is, so yes, it was Thanksgiving in the States yesterday, and I was reflecting. I had this data conference to go to, and I forgot it was Thanksgiving until I think I saw some stuff on Twitter about it, because I kind of lose track of which Thursday it is, because that's what I realized having lived abroad so long. Nobody here celebrates Thanksgiving. With Christmas and New Year, if you are on your own for those holidays, it's more impactful because those holidays are going on around you in the shops and people are doing stuff, but there's nothing here that reminds me of Thanksgiving. So I don't really miss it. I miss the food, but I miss the food year round. I don't need to Thanksgiving to want like a Thanksgiving dinner. So no, I'm fine with like missing American holidays. Like it doesn't bother me.
Did you not do anything for it?
Well, I don't have an oven, remember? Like I don't have a proper oven. Okay. And so I couldn't make turkey. What am I going to do? Get like sliced turkey and some... Nah. I'll just like wait till I go back to the States and have a roast turkey dinner, which is pretty much the same thing.
Oh, talking of that, where's the thing I put out? That's Ben Shapiro.
Oh, there's so many good jokes.
Yeah, and I just put that turkey going to be as dry as his wife.
Yes. Betty Bauer said 1.5 cups of Incellarius.
Nice. Someone also pointed out it's a little bit apple pie. Yeah. American
but with
pie.
the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the turkey.
Yeah. Those are the eyes of a man who was killed and will kill again.
Honestly, that does look like he is a serial killer who's like about to grab a knife.
Yeah.
And he looks evil. Look at his eyebrows there.
He does. He looks so
and the shade on his eyes.
I've noticed the yarmulke is getting bigger, right? I think he's finally realised that Tim Pool is the ultimate style icon of the 21st century, and that's naturally just evolving into a beanie that will just cover the entire top of his head.
Honestly, he could be auditioning for Nosferatu, like a remake of the classic, just to cast the shadows and stuff. You make his ears pointier, and you make his fingertips a bit longer, and then you should think of him in shadow. It's perfect.
Yeah. Anyway, concerned cat. What's this? Oh God, yeah. Ted Cruz is going to be like, yeah, come and take it. And that's a man performing fellatio on a fried chicken or something.
What does this have to do with Ted Cruz?
Because Ted Cruz posted that weird meme of a picture of like a symbol of a turkey with "come and take it." There's like a liberal like come and take our guns, but come and take our turkey. And then someone put that out, and I don't know how to deal with this image. I don't know what this says about anything.
All right, okay, rank this 1-2 against the faces in the stomach picture.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, is that a picture of Ben Shapiro on the wall? That's weird. Oh God.
It looks like it. Does he unbutton his shirt that much though? That seems a little overly sexy for him, for me.
Maybe, I don't know. It's all very strange. I don't know.
I like how the guy, he's got a very caressing hand on the turkey belly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You're going to make sure the breathing's good. Yeah, that's something. Anyway,
one hand hooked around a knee, the other one on the...
Yeah. Sometimes you need to stretch it one arm out or something as well. Like it's make sure everyone's comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Stephen Crowder's not coping very well with this. Is this new thing he's got? Look, I mean, he looks fucking wow.
Yeah, a mess.
Yeah.
I think is the word you're looking
New
for.
voter data I stumbled across.
Sure.
Yeah, you've broken it, mate. Yeah, well done.
Sure you did.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Stevie Poos.
Lay off the copium.
Yeah, indeed. Oh God. Our old friend.
Oh gosh, I haven't thought about David in ages.
Our old friend David Chirac. The incel dies hard, even within people who aren't necessarily that way anymore.
Okay, hit me with
My-
the worst of it.
My point is, entitlement to sex is more endemic to women, and the only reason we don't see it is that they get told no on such a rare occasion that it's less visible.
Visible.
But when they do get told no, their reactions are pretty extreme.
Okay, just women, just women,
And
all
whereas
women.
when men get told no, they don't react
Right.
extremely at all. No, they react very, very calmly. No, David, you're wrong on basically every point there. Well done. So yeah, the insoliness it's a hell of a drug. You know?
Yeah, disappointment.
Indeed.
Like just continued disappointment.
Human petting a cat petting a human.
Aw. Oh wow, reciprocal cuddles. That's nice. Normally it's mostly headbutts, but yeah, that's especially after they get out the litter box. That's the best thing.
Happy goat.
Oh, just put them on a trampoline.
Yeah.
You can smile that much.
Look at that.
I'm just a happy little
smiley
goat. That is sweet.
And then the story we already looked at of that. So let's end on happy goat.
Yes, I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. What in the face?
Aww. Anyway,
That
so
really makes me happy.
good. I'm glad. So that's our show.
Yeah, pretty quick one.
That's what she
But
said.
yeah, well, but at least you got one in, so it was like 3 times this week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But thank you for joining me, Kristi. It's been
Oh yeah,
it's been
wouldn't do the same
emotional.
without you.
Been emotional.
More satisfying. No. So speaking of which, 3 times a week, you're invited to come onto, or not. You're invited to co-host with me on Sunday morning at 11.
But can I ejaculate?
You can beforehand. Then.
Well, hang on. Whoa, what are you putting restrictions on though?
Well, I'm just saying timing wise. I mean, you managed it the whole time when the War Corpse video came out.
Did I?
The whole show, you said
sure?
you were masturbating through it.
Yeah, exactly. I came many times. Yeah.
By the way, did you just write FAP as a comment underneath?
No, I think I put something like masturbating feverishly.
Okay.
I recall.
Right.
I did it at the end of yesterday's show. I commented live, if that makes sense.
Oh, did you?
I showed it again, obviously. Naturally.
Okay.
And then put that, so that's good. Anyway, so what have you got coming up other than on Sunday, me coming up your show?
Well, you could be coming onto the show, so one of the two. I've got D&D. I've got my campaign that's run by Kristi, the wonderful, imaginative, fun, and that happens at my time, 11:00 p.m. on Saturday, and then the game that I run is on Sunday. That starts at 7:00 my time, and in that, yes, I'm having a lot of fun DMing, and I'm forcing my players to listen to all my bad accents.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah, I have an Italian accent, a French accent.
Oh, well, that sounds decidedly racist already.
A Scottish accent, a Southern American accent, a Midwestern accent.
Well, when you say Southern American, do you mean like Bolivia, or do you mean Texas?
No, like Texas, like the South of America, the States. Yeah. I tried a bit of a New York accent last time too. I sometimes I slid into Jackie Mason.
Go on.
No.
Kristi,
no.
come on now. You can't say I do a New York accent and then not do a New York accent for us.
You can go watch the episode. It was just last week.
Oh, I've already typed penis in the chat probably. I don't even remember anymore. Because I literally just open it up, type penis, and then just let it play on a different tab because I'm listening to something else.
I was playing, sticking my tongue out at you. I play the Merciless. He's from New York.
Go on then.
No, I don't even know what to say. Like I'm
okay. I'll say
it's improv.
Hello, my name is Jackie Mason.
I also warmed up beforehand. Before the show.
Well, hang on. You've been talking for the last hour and a half. I think you're warmed up. Go for it.
I don't know. Like a New York accent. I don't know if I could do that right now.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah, well.
That's annoyingly good. I was hoping it would be terrible. Well, that's fine.
Why don't
That
you go
actually
fuck
works.
yourself? Why don't you go fuck yourself? You
I
want a
will- I
piece of
will.
me?
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
That's coming up next. Yep.
Yeah, so enjoyed that. Yeah. Thank you for everyone that watched this, whatever this was, and go over and subscribe to Kristi's channel. It's linked below, and you'll get me on Sunday. What time is that happening? I'm asking for the chat and
12,
for me.
12 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Kevin's. Kristi
11.
Pesci in the chat. This is good.
Yeah. Do a Boston accent. Oh God.
No, that's even harder.
Yeah, that is really tricky. Yeah. It's not like a real accent, is it? Let's be honest. I love it dearly, don't get me wrong, but it's bah, like it's really strange.
Well, you were saying, what were you saying before about racism?
The people of Boston aren't technically human, so I think that counts. I'm joking. I love Boston dearly. Don't be silly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's your sports hometown.
It is. Well, I always say they're the nearest franchises to me. They're my local teams. In terms of the NHL, there's no one nearer than the Bruins. So, yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you. All the links are below. Go and check me out on the YouTubes if you're on Twitch, and Twitch if you're on the YouTubes, Twitter, Facebook, all of that shit. The group we have on Facebook for the Happy Hour show, which is the thing we're doing now, the Kristi and Kev's Happy Hour. Is there as well. You can go and check that out, where people post memes and stories and things, and we post like updates on the show and stuff. Kristi channel below, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and give me all of your fucking money. I'm good at this. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Anyway, thank you all for listening and watching. It's goodbye from me. Actually, on Twitch, I'm going to kick you over to whoever. Who have we got? Who can I raid? Sean from you? Oh, so Sean. I don't know what he's doing. He's playing. Is that Minecraft or something? Anyway, so that'll be a raid. And yeah, thank you all for listening and watching. Go away.
Did you not have the goodbye, Kristi?
I'm just waiting to see what Kristi does. I didn't turn it off. I was hoping you'd say something really racist, but you didn't. Anyway, goodbye from me, Kristi. Goodbye from me, and say goodbye, Kristi. Goodbye, Kristi.
You asshole.
I am. Say goodbye, Kristi, so I can fucking turn this shit off.